player at points top 3 in the world. I don't think at this point people can really doubt that he's been the best order to ever do it at this point. I mean, maybe you could argue full stream in the past, but I mean, even
that was not the same character.
Exactly. No, I know. We talk about it. Look. Sign taps are different. Sign was different.
Sign taps are different. Sign was different. Dash attack was different. Jab was different.
Jab was very different.
Back air was different.
Oh yeah, no.
Up air was different. Down tilt was different.
There were so many different things that Ori now compared to season 3, Ori was like a completely different character.
Ori on release has been consistently nerfed patch after patch after patch after patch after patch, and is still a top 4 character.
I'd say the same about Alpha, but that's like about top 6. But like Shake, consistently getting nerfed.
Consistently getting nerfed. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go top tier.
Let's go.
Consistently.
I love playing top tier.
I love playing high tier. Let's go. But we talk about like characters consistently getting nerfed. The big change that came from Rano was the up air 1 nerfs that people were talking about.
Yeah,
that happened after Gamo.
It's so huge in this matchup, especially, right? Because the thing about it, right, is that Rano versus Ori, when it came to up air 1 into up air confirms, is that because of up air 1 being set knockback, it also becomes set hit stun. So against lighter characters, it becomes closer to true than if it was against a heavy character. Against Ori, there were setups where it would actually be a true combo.
Oh yeah, the same thing for Absa too, because of lightweight that's also floaty, so you get the extra little bit of hit stun that you wouldn't on another character.
Yeah, but now, with those changes, that's no longer the case. So, because of that, Ori can double jump out of the up air up strong. Ori can air dodge out of the up air up strong. Ori can down air out of the up air up strong.
Which is insane to think that you can retaliate with a button, let alone do something like defensive in that case. But we've seen before that darai has been able to adapt to those situations and has started doing what Ranos tend to do with the 50-50 mix-up of throwing out an up air, maybe waiting for an air dodge or throwing out a back air, which is a little bit faster than an up strong to really set up into a follow-up. At the very least, get some damage and get some more positional advantage.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few other things that darai has been working on, right? Like, for example, the down air into reverse bear setups. Like, there's so many things this man's been cooking. Now the question is,
are we going to see it?
Are we going to see them?
Yeah.
You know, you can be cooking all you want, but is that cooking gonna be burnt? Right now, the question is, you know, where are we gonna be starting? Jules Vale is the classic.
Yeah, Jules Vale, the great starter, and like you said before about cooking, you can spend all the time you want in the kitchen, but you eventually have to serve the dish. You can't just sit there for 5 hours and you're like, no, it's coming. You know, it's in the slow cooker. You know, it's gonna take a little while. Like this is the time to show off what you've been learning, because you've gotten down 2 sets, you've almost had it the second time around. 3rd time's a charm, right?
Yeah, but right now darai has kusi offstage just looking for the constant refreshes. And kusi looking for the high recovery. It's so hard to recover high into Rano, but you know, just like that, going to be able to sneak right on past darai. The down tilt gonna get parried, and kusi going to be able to take the up strong for stock number 1.
Yeah, you see right now, kusi's making it really tricky to catch it, but doesn't get the tech on that forward air, and unfortunately going to be an uncharacteristically early stock in this game. Speaking of uncharacteristically early, that up air almost
that was very characteristic.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, that was a lot earlier than most people might expect for that to wind up doing what it was doing, you know what I mean?
But that's the thing, right? You know, darai has a lot of experience with this matchup. So, you know, he sees the up air, he knows that he can't DI it in because it'll turn into a bash. He can't DI it out because it'll turn into a kill. So you got those weird, you know, mid DIs, but right now kusi getting evened up on. Hold on, I was about to say kusi holding on to the lead, but darai immediately firing right back. But you can't be firing back if you want to take the set. You have to be firing first. And right now, darai going to be losing out on neutral one more time, but one opening could lead into the kill. Not going to be able to do it quite yet. Dash attack to start things off. 2 up airs, air dodge, and double jump burnt from kusi.
Right now, the percents are even. They both know this is one big neutral opening away from ending the entire thing. darai goes for everything there with that forward air, but just barely whiffs. Even percents again, but now darai sent so far off stage. Has to burn the air dodge, yep. Oh, still had the jump though, and
oh my god! Darai so unbelievably happy about taking that game 1. The headphones already coming off.
You know he's already emotionally invested in this set. You know, since he saw who he had to play yesterday, he's been studying, he's been practicing, he's been mentally preparing for this moment.
The first moment that he realized he was going to have to fight Kusi in bracket, he immediately found me and said, "Hey Annie, can you come to the venue early tomorrow so we can warm up?"
That's so in character for him. He's always looking to practice and always looking to find some smaller way to improve. And that's what set him apart, I think, from all the other Ranas, is that strong drive to just keep finding new things and adding new things to the toolbox.
Yeah, and okay. So this stage, actually, a lot of history behind it. You know,
Really?
Darai was telling me, right? Hey, you know what? I think I want to ban Treetop.
Really?
Right, because you know they went Treetop the last game that they played, right? And it just did not work out, right? But he said, Ryan said, "There's no way I take a set over Kusi 3-0. I have to take a loss. So I feel like I should just ban Treetop and take the loss on Rockwall."
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I could see it,
basically the side platform just is so much control for Kusi that Darai just has basically almost no way how to wrestle back control if Kusi's just playing the standard neutral that we know and love Kusi for.
That's very true, and on top of that, we saw there, like you mentioned before the set even started, we're already starting to see the double jump back airs or wall jump back airs popping up into play to stop those needles from getting those stronger edge guards. There it is right there. No! Such an uncharacteristic whiff on the punish, but does get the down tilt into the DI, into the Dacus read on the DI. Great stuff. Manages to even out. 61% is not a whole lot for a character like Rano, who can very easily open that up.
Yeah, that's one Rano combo.
Yeah, it really is. Already at 47%.
Yeah, but right here, Kusi barely missing out on that Nair, not quite going to be able to do it with the Nair bash, but with its up strong, going to be able to even things out. But Darai going to be able to punish the fair back onto stage, looking to start reacting to Kusi's options instead of just flowcharting. I say that, but then all of a sudden just goes for an early read, but
down tilt on wake up. Down tilt on wake up into the Dacus. Kusi not ready for a button in that scenario and just does not give it any sort of DI defensively and just dies for it. But as I say that, dead at 56 to the Nair bash setup. Because it's not really a confirm, but when you're in a spot like that, it can certainly feel like it.
Oh no, that's just a confirm.
I mean, you can DI out on it.
No. Well, if you DI in on the Nair itself, it doesn't matter if you drift.
Yeah, I'm saying, but like you can DI out on it. So I say from a technical standpoint.
With no resources,
the
moment that the Nair happens, Darai dies.
That's true, yeah. If you have no resources, it's basically done and done. But still, Darai kept it incredibly close.
On a stage that he had ridden off as an auto loss.
Yeah, basically. Which, I mean, shows, like, at least mentally, he's still, like, firing on all cylinders. He's not letting something like that really fluster him. And I know that he does kind of like a stage like Abyss.
Yeah, I mean, Endless Abyss, easily one of Rano's best stages, especially in a matchup like this one. And especially against a player like Kusi, who relies on the platform so well. Maybe not necessarily relies, but utilizes the platform so unbelievably well. You can see the DI coming through for Darai here, going to be able to deny so many opportunities for those Nair bashes, but there it is, the whirly-durly a little bit too high up to be able to avoid the punish, and Kusi going to be able to take stock number 1.
Ooh, goes a little bit too far for that Dacus. Oh, there you go, like you said there, the down air coming out of the up air 1. But Ryan able to keep it close, only 20% right now. As I say that, just another parry on that, but oh, okay, big tongue combo coming out, 27 quick.
Yeah, and there's that matchup experience coming into play. You know, not that many people out there are experienced with parrying Sign Charge itself, but Darai, one of those players who is ready and waiting for it, for all of those opportunities. Forwarder coming through for Kusi, though. An uncharacteristic whiff, but the tongue into Dacus. Going to be able to get off some damage, but not going to be able to get the kill just yet. A force with the needles for Kusi to approach. And Kusi now taking a lot of damage. Back air, not going to kill just yet, but how do you land?
Yeah, the question is, you don't. You die off the top to up air, and now it is one stock of... oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, but either way, you know, Darai right now has Kusi off stage. This is Darai's counter pick for a reason.
That's very true. I mean, it's showing right now just how strong of a counter pick this is. We've got 64%, again, off stage. Just oppressive edge guarding coming out from Darai right now. Another, that forwarder could have actually ended the game right there.
No double jump, no resources.
No, but doesn't give Kusi the DI for the bash, but sets up into the forward strong. 97% though is not an easy percent for Ori to be at.
Yeah, maybe not, but this is still Endless Abyss. This is still Ori Rano. A single opening could lead into a kill. Darai has to be so careful. Back air, not gonna do it.
Oh, it is, yeah. DI's too hard in, goes right off the top at 130, and Darai is now up 2-1 in the set.
Yeah, and you can see he's taking a breath. He's taking some time to recompose himself. That's the biggest concern that he had going into this, is that he knows fighting Ori, maybe not his favorite thing in the world, but the big thing about it is that, you know, the frustration of dealing with a character that controls the neutral so hard piles up over the course of the set. It just means that, you know, you have to take the time to recompose yourself. You have to make sure you don't get frustrated. You have to make sure you don't get too antsy. You know, you have to make sure you're not missing out on these uncharacteristic missed ledge dashes. You know, things like that.
It's true. The mental stack is what really counts in a long set like this against a character that controls neutral so well. You're thinking about so many different ways that they can come in with the neutral opening. There's so many ways that they can utilize the platforms to trick you up. The ways that you can be put in disadvantage just by being in a bad spot.
Yeah, but we've seen Kusi in this spot before, you know, down a game against Darai on set point. But right now, Darai looking to finally close it out, looking to get that one win against Kusi that he's been searching for absolutely forever. It's never, ever happened.
I love the weights right there, the little walks to try and find a flinch, but Kusi's not a person that's going to give you that so easily, and unfortunately, both of them getting some rough DI on their respective funny moves.
Oh, and a big parry!
Doesn't opt to go for a tongue punish, opts to go for like a nice little three-piece combo instead.
Yeah, looking to just mix up some DIs. The super jump coming in clutch there. High recovery into Rano gets so difficult with the super jump on deck. And Darai now with 4 poison stacks onto the Ori, looking to make something happen. The down air not going to work out, but that up B barely tapping the Rano, actually able to keep Kusi alive. That was almost a full-on kill off of that whip.
Actually, yeah, I was going to say, if it wasn't for the fact that it hit that Rano, Kusi would have just been dead. Oh, again, looking for a flinch that's just not there right now.
Yeah, but right now, Kusi just looking for a way how to just end this stock. Like, man is hungry, looking for it, just waiting in the depths to send Darai off into that blast zone. But right now, doesn't opt for the down tilt, doesn't look for it just yet. Dak is not going to connect.
No, just a little bit too off the way. But again, the up air not connecting either. Darai at 156, and you gotta imagine, like a stock like this, you want to make sure that lasts as long as possible. Frame 5 backer coming on. Darai is now in the lead, potentially on Kusi's winner side stock right now.
Yeah, but frame 6 up air coming through for Ori. Going to be able to survive just a little bit longer. 177. Bubble on deck is going away very, very soon. Should be a kill for Kusi. 34%. Darai looking for a way how to take his first set over Kusi. I believe the first seed of the tournament. And right there, one missed wave dash. And Kusi off stage once again. The point at a disadvantage is so bold from Kusi in that spot. Down tilt, but the shot, and Darai takes it 3-1 over Kusi for the first time ever. Kusi being sent into losers by the SoCal Rano.
And Darai advancing into top 8 winners side. Guaranteed 5th.
Yeah, and Kusi said there were a few matchups that he was worried about. I don't know if this was one of them, but man, Darai did his homework, waited, just ready for it at every single moment. Just looked for it at every single opportunity. And Kusi going to be going to be dropping down into losers.
Surprisingly early, obviously, for someone who's considered one of like the top 3 right now. Like the big 3 is.
I'm almost certain he was first seed. I'd have to double check.
I mean, I would argue that after Riptide, there is a very good argument that he would be the first seed.
Yeah, it's probably either Kusi or Cake.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right? First or second seed dropping down in losers.
That
outside of top 8.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
That's absolutely terrifying.
For anyone who was planning on making a deep run through the losers bracket, you're gonna have to fight at least.
Good luck, my friends.
Yeah, there's a big shark in there. There's a great white in the depths right now. We've talked about like sharks in the sharks in the losers bracket before. We've talked about big killers, but right now we've got 2 on. We're gonna have 2 more on screen right now. We've got Soul Rifle versus Giga.
All right.
Yeah, which means we might see the Sylvanos. We also